Greetings, everyone, and welcome to another read. I hope you've been well. I saw someone mention something about runes in the comments on one of those last videos, and it's so spooky because earlier that day, I had decided that I was going to pull out this tiny runes oracle deck that I have. Because just to get to know me a little bit, about 15 years ago when I started divination, I actually started it with rune casting. I actually still have my original yellow jasper rune stone set, and I also have some black tourmaline rune stones. Yeah, so if you want to see that, so you can drop a comment runes. Like, I'll start to incorporate these also because they are very, 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 very... I've been navigating life. I have been dodging bullets, my friends, with divination for a long time. But the foundation of it all, runes. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull out some that jumped out at me. See what the energy is around this particular spread. Ooh, bottom of the deck, Issa, that's stillness. That's either self-imposed stillness, hermit mode, or this is about something being blocked or being stopped. You know what I'm saying? So let's see what we talking about here. Which end of this is it? It's probably both for the divines. They gonna talk that wisdom from both angles for you. Look at that. Faye who is out here. Everybody know this is like seeing the Ace of Pentacles. This is money. This is, and not just tangible money, but this is wealth, period. This is value. Okay? But definitely about heavy on the tangible riches, assets and resources though. Okay? This particular deck, and I'm not going to lie to you guys, the way they use curved lines for Feihu kind of weirded me out. So what I'm doing is I am handcrafting my own rune deck. I'll be finished with it soon. And it will not only include the overall subject matter, it'll have reversals in there too, so that you can get super, super down to the wire details. Anyways, money, 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 money. Okay. Now, guys, is here. Breakthrough. So this is nice. So this is for those of you who have had blockages or at least delays, or just, you can tell that the full flow ain't flowing. But this is saying that you're breaking through that Issa, with Dagaz. Dagaz is it's something finally giving way. Breakthrough here. Awareness is here, okay? Daylight. This is about, what they call it, daybreak, and sun just pops out behind the house or from behind a mountain or a cloud and just illuminates everything. This is that energy, okay? Yeah, this is about getting out of uncertainty for real as it pertains to your assets, resources, and material goods, okay? This is also a time for you all to be planning for how your resources are to move, what their programming needs to be, what their nature should be when it peaks to serving you at its highest potential. Start thinking about that. Start thinking about the end game now and the steps it takes to get there. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. And I'm telling you, you take the full reins of your own mind. Allow your ancestors, the angels, or whomever you follow, guide, or just going within, whatever your highest mode is as it pertains to tapping in. When you fully decide you are going to do something, you shall. We are actually wired for greatness. It's just a matter of hitting certain switches on and off. In this instance, somebody decided, okay, it's time for us to get this going. Because ain't no way my mission is supposed to happen, or my purpose is supposed to be fulfilled with resistance and lack of resources that don't even fit. It doesn't even make sense. It's not even logical. So that's why when people are feeding us or trying to feed people this concept of a genuine, like, no way out kind of an energy, like, oh, you really boxed in now. That's when you know, I'm telling you, friend, that is when you know it is an orchestrated setup, because that's not how any of this is meant to work if it is not in your will. Okay? You take pauses, but you are not, I promise you, if you're incarnated here on earth, you're absolutely not supposed to just be stagnant. Facts. Everybody down here about is clearing up some sort of karmic soul work. Period. Anyways, It-Wise is here. This is about strength. Yeah, somebody said, oh yeah, I'm done with this. Just wait for whatever somebody else say I can do or say I can have. Whine and cry about what currently is that's not pleasing me, and start thinking about this end game, because this is not going to continue. That's that strength. Reliability, dependability, trustworthiness is on this card as well. Being able to trust yourself. Being able to trust your ancestral connections. I actually saw somebody in the comments say, well, I'm not doing anything anything my ancestors say, because they're not the ones that have to do the work. And I was like, oh my. I sure hope you get that mended. Whoever you are, I can't remember, because I don't commit much ground level stuff to memory, like when I'm one-on-one with folks. You know what I'm saying? I'm too much of a vessel, and y'all vessels know you can't hang on to that stuff. Maybe that's what some of you are doing. Maybe that's a correction. That's what you were doing. You were hanging on to stuff and people. But somebody said, oh, that's enough. This Issa got to stop. This got to end. We shifting gears pertaining to our assets, resources, and funds with this strength. We cracking the hammer. We're breaking down the door. We open, like, because, yeah, oh my gosh, the humans. So look, have you ever seen one of those experiments where they'll have people all sitting in a room and see who will respond to what and who won't, like, while all having to stay seated in this room over a period of time? Yeah, I saw one like that. And it was a scenario where the individuals seated in the room were like, it looked like a doctor's waiting room. And they were told to just go in and have a seat. And that they would be called whenever it was their turn for whatever. The point was to keep them in the waiting room for a time, though, and do certain things. So they have them all seated in there. The new person walks in, they sit down, everything's normal. The environment's not stimulated yet. Everyone's just seated, minding their business, doctor's office style type of situation. Boom! There was a bell tone that goes off, like sort of over a loudspeaker PSA type thing. And all the other people in the waiting room around the new person that had just sat down in there, they all stood up. They all stood up and sat back down. And then the new person seated there looking like, what is this? You know what I'm saying? So they didn't get up. They just watched everybody like, what is that? Like, and it looked like an understood thing to do. So just because that whole collective consciousness, sometimes that link can be, it can be used for anything. So in this situation, she's seen that it was understood amongst everybody else that when this bell tone goes off, you stand up, you sit down. I guess this is how you're accounted for. I don't know. She don't know. I don't know. Okay? They just messing with them. And when I tell you, the very next time that tone went off, she stood up and sat back down right with them people without having any idea why it was necessary. Just because everyone around her did it, she just fell right on in line without even having a clue as to why this was what you do. So the folks that have boxed everyone in have created a similar bell tone situation. And even they say it flat out now, but even in subconscious ways since forever. Those who wanted to control bodies of people have figured out systems to tamper with our collective intelligence. Okay? This is why for most people, they don't actually need barbed wire fences anymore to keep you somewhere. All they have to do is hack your understanding of something. And this is how awesome of divine machines we are on a certain level. When you're in your divine state, this is amazing. But when something's hacked into it and they start to control your ability to be mechanized in certain ways, then they start doing foul stuff to it. So in this case, they've mechanized this waiting room of people to believe that maybe they have to stay in this room, even if this room means you don't get to have extra gas money for your car. Bracket, room, whatever, right? If even in this room or this bracket, you're only allowed to have $100 worth of grocery money extra. You know what I'm saying? Or you can't provide a set, stable environment for yourself if that's what you're wanting in life. Like whatever your desires are, even if you're not allowed or you can't pull them off, they still got folks thinking they got to stay in this room. And people are doing just like that lady with the bell tone. They're sitting there and they're seated because they think that's what you do, is chairs everywhere, right? And when the tone goes off, they're standing up and sitting down or whatever on command by the tone. The tone don't even have to say their name. It don't have to actually acknowledge them directly. It can just sound off and put everybody in this piper mode. Like you just gonna march to the beat of the same drum, whatever. That's the Issa in this scenario here as it pertains to your finances, your resources. Not what you have now, OBS, but what more beyond that you still have access to. They've convinced the people in the waiting room that what's in there is all they get. And they can't leave the room. That is a lie. That's a lie. Like in your bones, you feel like this is not right. That means you can sense it is a lie. Correct. It's a misalignment. So somebody has decided to misalign from Issa and align with Dagaz and get this Fehu cracking. And I mean, really cracking. They said they're calling this Fehu reliable. Do you hear me? They're calling it strong and reliable. Let me get the glare. I'm sorry. I'll never be checking up there. But look, strength. This Fehu, these assets, these resources, the things you have access to, it is strong. It has Ehwas energy on it. It is reliable. It is dependable. What that sound like? That sound like annuities, monthly stipends, trust fund payout, whatever it is. It sounds like something that's got a pulse. Tick, tick, tick. Like that. What they say when stuff show up like that, you can set your watch by it. It's persistent and accurate in its timing. Repeatedly. This is the energy on your Fehu. It doesn't feel like in this instance it's going to be a one-time thing. They say this is something that is reliable and dependable. Anyways, endurance is here. This is assets and resources, a coin that can endure. They're telling you you're getting long money, or you have the opportunity or the option to tap in and break loose from behind that Issa to something that's guaranteed and strong, baby. All right, I done talked y'all head off long enough. Let's get to some of this other stuff. Yeah. And this is another reason why I've always top of my head tingling. Why I've always loved rooms. Their energy is so simplistic and untampered with. It's literally like it's like just tapping into a frequency, like straight. And I don't mean like, I mean like the way you would with antennas. You understand? That's exactly what rooms are to me. They're antennas. This is like, I don't know. Okay, see, so it may be some super youthful folks around, but those who had to work televisions or radios with physical metal antennas, That's what runes are like. And depending on which way the antennas are positioned is how you channel in how you pull in a certain channel. These are antennas pulling in different channels. This is the Daga's position of the antenna. And what that pulls in is breakthroughs, okay? Straight up, you've done it. All right, so let me go and make sure I finish up that other deck I'm doing because I love these things. I do. There's very straightforward and I can't even explain the power. You understand? Like if you're someone who does energetic management, if you're not, don't worry about this, okay? I'm definitely not forcing anything down your throat. I'm just making light references here and there to the people it actually matters to. Actually. But for those of you who does energetic management of any kind, and you use tools as it pertains to sacred symbols and such, I'm going to tell you a secret about these guys. If you ever so happen to have been curious, this is some very powerful stuff. Running into this made it clear to me why certain controllers don't want you to get your hands on certain things. You definitely hopping your ass up and walking up out of that damn control room when you have this kind of stuff. And I'm not saying this is the only thing. This is just because it's out here. I'm mentioning it. If you incorporate these symbols into your energetic management process in any kind of way, anyway, it's gonna happen. That is also why you need to be very careful around them, because whether you understand fully what you are setting up for yourself or not, it's still gonna work. And sometimes people call in some stuff that they don't have no idea how to manage it after it shows up because they didn't think of every possible thing. And it still worked though. So whatever it was showed up and they're like, whoa. Yeah, so careful with those. They're going to strike every time. The star, look at this, hope, faith, and renewal. Yeah, they restoring somebody. I don't know who this is, child, but the Beans and Frank night is over. Okay. There is inspiration and renewal. Look, are you kidding me? They have the energy of the star under the actual wealth, possessions, material goods card. That's the energy tied to your money. The star. Somebody being restored. 17 reduces down to 8, which is giving that strength energy again. This is big. This big. Gemini energy on the table. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, or the season. I'm hearing this is some speedy stuff for somebody. Because we talking about air travel here. The energy of air is around it. It's moving now. The Isa phase is done for somebody for sure. Because now there's flow. Air is being referenced here. Holy cheese and crackers. Air signs, period, are dominating the board so far. Fresh out. Aquarius on that star card. Then a touch of Leo with the strength energy. But this is something. Oh, they fixing you. They fixing you. This is restoration. You see where it's over there like renewal, and then over here terms like the nurturer. Yeah. Your ancestors coming through. I don't know what y'all been doing, but you've been doing good. And it ain't nobody business what you and your ancestors been doing, but you're doing good. Yeah. Yes. Now, they are saying with service-oriented here on this Life Path 6 card that a lot of you guys is this divine flow, this reliable, strong flow is tied to your life mission. Yeah. 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 Yep. Now, you can always get money other ways, but this particular person that's being addressed, they're telling you that strong, like you'll max out is tied to your life purpose and your life mission. Which makes sense. Sounds logical, right? If they sent you down here with a purpose, obviously your provisions would be stored with that. So that means if you walk away from the purpose, you walk away from the provisions. Pisces energy is out here. Water, ayo, somebody's intuition is popping. Because we got air now, we have water. That's giving feng shui energy. feng shui loosely translates to wind, water, flow. Wind is out here. Now there's your water. This is real flow. And again, somebody's intuition is going to be snapping off. And I'm guessing that your life purpose and your life mission is centered around that as well. Whether you do a YouTube platform or just make sure you share wisdom in the environments you encounter. You could be the person in the waiting room to speak out to everyone and say, why are you doing this? and actually get people to start thinking and considering air being thought, water being subconscious energy. Like you could be the catalyst in these ways instead of just standing up and sitting down with everybody else. Along with Gemini energy out here, we're doubling down on the Gemini energy with that 6 sitting on the nurturer. That's the card of the lovers. Virgo is out here as well. Pisces energy now in the room. Neptune. So this is some deep stuff. Like whoever you are, your spiritual rank, your cosmic wisdom stockpile, that you are super high ranked. They put every provision you had with your life mission, because that's how important your life mission is. Life path 8 is out here. We talking about the energy of ambition. Yeah, somebody breaking through that wall. They getting up and walking out of that dang waiting room. They say, oh, I'm not doing this. And not necessarily just rebelling altogether, but maybe you're getting up now to seek answers. You're going out of the room to ask the controller, okay, what is this tone about? Like this is somebody who doesn't just go, you know what I'm saying? They have their own thought train. And the reason why you're being pointed back to your life mission that's centered around how your thought train is set up and all of that is because your frequency in the universe is missing. And the song don't sound as good without your part. It's doing all right, but put your heavenly tones in there, honey. Your actual part of the song. I don't know if any of y'all have ever sang or played an instrument, but you miss your notes. You don't play your part. The song ain't the song without you. Anyways, so this is someone who's taking the reins again with their life. Good for you. Okay. Somebody's getting community level funds. Because I'm looking at Life Path 8, but I'm also thinking about 8th house. 8 just sprang at me in a couple of ways. And, 8th house energy is encompasses shared finances. Yeah, somebody in a big pot. It's going to be for to take care of you and the others. Remember, on the nurturer, they have family focus. They setting you up to set everybody else up because you're a reliable vessel. You've decided, I'm coming out of this collective thing, and I'm going to put my energy into my specific, gifts, my contribution. Venus is out here. Hey, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. I don't know if you all have ever had been compatible enough with a Taurus to experience their sweetness, but oh my gosh, I'm talking about in friendship or romance, whatever. When they are sweet, they are so sweet, honey. It makes you just want to squeeze them and hug them. It's so sweet. Love, beauty, and what is that again? Stability. Because if you know anything about a Taurus, their mindset is always centered around their comforts. They consider that stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's a priority. So this is the kind of energy that's over your funds, y'all. Power, authority, success, love, beauty. Are you kidding me? The star. Come on. This is the energy around your provisions. Uranus is out here. And look, innovation. You can't be listening to the bell tone mindlessly with the others. You have your own tone. You have your own tone. It doesn't even make sense why you have why you in particular would continue letting the tone tell you when to stand up and sit down when that ain't even your note in the song. You in the room with a bunch of people who done gave up. You ain't got to do it too. You don't have to. Innovate. Rebel. You don't have to be rude about your rebellion, but just say, you know what? I'm going this way. That's all you got to do. I'm going this way. It keeps the wind and the water flowing, keeps the flow flowing. So the reason why a lot of you probably were stationary was because you were sitting in the waiting room. The waiting room said you're supposed to work as many jobs as possible till you die, and wait for people to respect your credit, your loan application for a house, and wait for somebody else to respect it. You know what I'm saying? You deciding to stand up out that room. You're like, oh yeah, this ain't it. Aquarius energy on the table. Sun, moon, rising, Venus. If you're into planets, Uranus is a big deal too, especially if you're into tapping into planetary energy and you're trying to shake things up, Uranus. Okay. Look at this. The sun, man, come on. Everything's coming up roses. I'm so look at the, oh my God, my scalp about to tingle. It's about to, it feels like my hair is about to jump off my head and walk away like Cousin It on the Addams Family. Like, it's just gonna crawl away. What the hell? There's strength around this money. They're saying it over and over and over again. Somebody ancestors is trying to pitch them on this life mission so hard. They want you to come. They want you to set it off 100,000% so bad. And this is mainly for the ones that haven't done it yet at all. But of course, those of you who are already walking your path, they're letting you know you can go ahead on and shake things up again. It's time to shift up again. Yes. But this is about coming out with courage and passion. This is your life mission, man. That's the one time you don't have to pussyfoot because it's yours. That's your tone. That's your sound. That's your move. That's your thing. And the way that they are trying to tone down the originals, you guys, is by sending people, little bot thing people, pre-programming them to be out amongst the population, criticizing your you-ness and saying that the only way you can have this or that is if you comply with what we say. They've convinced many originals that that's the only way they get to play in the song is if they play, you know what I'm saying, somebody else's thing. And also they have tried to convince the originals that we have so many bot people around you and so many doppelganger energies that'll just devour your very essence whole. They got people in hiding long or in hermit mode longer than they should or have to be. Because folks are like, it's too many scammy ass, thieve and tell, such and such is out there. I'm just going to work my little job and go home. But this spread is for the person that's being called up out of that. You're being called up out of the waiting room. You're not to just stand up and sit down to some random tone you and your ancestors didn't set. That's not y'all thing. It's not supposed to dictate your life. The sign. Joy, vitality, this is it's really a happy ass glow around your money. I was trying to find something else, another way to describe it, but flat out your money, your bag. It has a golden glow, a heavenly glow. It's got joy in its bones. It's solid. It ain't no weak bag of money. You can't even pick it up. It's such a big bag of money. Vitality is out here, though. I'm telling you, they're literally like somebody's asset, resources, and wealth life has been revived. Like somebody that went cold on the gurney and then they hit them with the shock pads. Boom. Yeah, that's what just happened to you. That's what you've manifested. I'm telling you. Whoever this reading is actually for, this is real. Because they're doubling down and tripling down on the message so many ways. Strong, 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 strong. Breakthrough, strong, strong. Innovation. love, beauty, happiness, joy. Jesus. How many rays of divine light have to emanate from this for you to latch on? Don't let nobody trick you into thinking this is not possible. Anyways, Leo energy is back out here again. And if we're getting these held about it, you reduce that 19 or that add that 1 and that 9 together for 10, that's the wheel of fortune, yeah? I'm serious. This feels yummy. I don't know, like somebody's going to be very pleased. But again, prove your provisions. In this case, on this level, absolutely tied to your life purpose. Last quarter energy is out here. Releasing, letting go. You letting go of that Issa. And this energy, this last quarter energy is about breaking habits. What's the habit? Standing up and sitting down with the belt on. Somebody said, I'm up out of this room. I'm up out of this waiting room. Okay. Clearing clutter, shadow work. Yeah. Somebody said, oh yeah, we're not keeping this right here. It's time to renovate, rejuvenate. Look at this. The person that's going to get up and walk out of that stupid waiting room. The seeker. I'm telling you. My scalp tingling again. I am telling you. I don't know who this reading is, but man, when you get this, you're good to go, buddy. And I'm literally only talking to the persons this is actually for. Yeah, I would get petty with those people that just be talking in the wrong room. Yeah, you in. Guess where it's at out. Life path 7. They just so. I don't even think they realize how hard their dark attachments is pulling their puppet strings when they do that. Like, you're literally a walking oxymoron. Like, you have no idea. You are absolutely an orange person, but you're going to stand in the blue room and tell everybody in the blue room, well, yeah, I'm not a blue person. I'm orange. And all the blue people are going to look at you like, okay, well, get the heck out. like, why would you? You're still standing there, though. Why are you being so extremely weird? Because they're being operated by things. You know them when you see them. Life path 7 energy is about the seeker. Someone who is actually thinking, because someone who is actually thinking would not be an orange person standing in a blue room. I can't even. Huh? Where is your handler? Anyway. Life path 7 energy is about someone who's actually using their noodle and they're actually applying it where it is aligned. They are a seeker of actual truth. Like, oh my God. They usually prefer solitude. So they actually are not going to sit in a waiting room full of mindless activity. They're not. This is someone who absolutely loves new understandings, and not to override the understandings they already have. This is to add to it. This is about stockpiling. You don't have to convert to stuff. All triggered all the time thinking someone's trying to convert ya. Sometimes you're supposed to just be adding fixings to what you already got. You don't have to get rid of everything. But this is someone who loves adding to all of their knowledge-based goodies. It is a joy for them. Okay? Now, in their imbalanced state, a life path 7 energy is skeptical. It like openly, outwardly skeptical. It's like, okay, why don't you finally do something about your need to understand your surroundings or what's happening? Like, do something about it. Like, you're just going to stand here and talk everybody to death? Anyways, where am I going, Spirit, in this deck? Okay. because I got this stack of rough drafts. Because I scribble out all the download terms, phrases, ideas they give me. And so at this point, that rough draft deck is probably about 8 inches high. No, maybe 10. If I stacked it all up. And so I'm pulling sections of this out for y'all as they tip. Look at this. It took somebody several years, but they have a legal victory. So this is no wonder it has this breakthrough energy. For some of you, this is a settlement. This is a payout, something, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully you didn't have to hurt too bad to get to it. But if there's been if this is even your situation, if it's even actually your situation, this particular one thing, if that's the case, there's a breakthrough in that case because legal victory just peeked its head out. Sheesh. Virgo energy on the table. It's important to somebody. Sun, moon, rising, Venus, or the season, North Node on the table as well. I like to consider the North Node because that's what you want to, you know, it's your most ascended, expanded route. Woo! Yeah. So someone's, oh, that's crazy. I immediately heard like a virgin. Yee! That little jam. And then it says death becomes her. All right. So what I got from that is that somebody is coming up out of an inexperienced phase of their incarnation. It's the end to this I'm green as grass and I'm new energy. Someone stepping out into these spiritual streets as a seasoned veteran, okay? They're also talking about the end to the prior self. Because for some of you, this is gonna bring in the energy of a complete transformation, a complete shift, that death card energy, scorpionic energy. Oh, I forgot to mention Scorpio when I was talking about that 8th house situation, shared finances. So Scorpio energy is in the building too. In addition to Leo, we have Libra on that secret card. Just had to make sure I didn't miss that. 7 on that Life Path 7 card. That's giving, Chariot energy. So there's motion. And look, don't forgive those karmics. See, that's the version of the self that's no more. The person that was forgiving them karmics. Nope. Hello. The previous reading I did, where I'm talking about you are the most powerful descendant of your lineage. And I was talking about pencil SpongeBob in that one, I believe. Yeah. You guys were surrounded by pencil SpongeBob karmics. They wanted to try and copy your thing and then erase you. So there's an end to being connected to those type of karmics or sympathizing with them because they wanted to steal your destiny. They know you got this sunshine, a literal ancestral pocket full of sunshine. Let the truth come to light. Let's do it then. I'll flip through these and see what else is this spread meant to uncover. In the next day or so, you'll feel or see a shift. And as it pertains to directly to these funds or the next thing prior to the funds, like if an email, if you were waiting on an email before you could do something to finish cracking into the funds, then the email shows up. You know what I'm saying? It's something that shifts in the next day. Leo rising energy on the table now. Sweet, beautiful, and charming. Ain't that lovely ass Venus energy? Y'all money is for real ass pocket full of sun. Ow! I'm sorry. Y'all, I need to just say it every time. Whenever stuff pop up, sometimes you just let it spill. Because when I saw sweet, beautiful, and charming, and I said that Venus energy, I immediately thought about Taurus. Okay? There's Taurus season. Woo! Shim Angel 4 is here. Elemia, hidden God. So this divine frequency at this point is still hidden for most of you. So this is why it's key that you stay focused on the materialization of the thing. Don't let them bell tone you into being stuck in that stupid room with everybody else. Okay? Even if you don't know how where your room is actually located yet, you need to at least know to get out of the wrong one that you're in. Okay? 4 is emanating the energy of the emperor. Yeah, this is Big Daddy status. This is something, ooh, wee. Like I said, your biggest provisions are tied to your life mission. Aries energy coming off of that as well. Honesty is the best policy. And let us look back at this destiny stealer again, because they're clearly a liar. Yeah, they're a liar. And this is you. You got greens, beans, potatoes, tomatoes. You name it. Abundance is infinite, as the breakthrough is very real for whoever this is actually for. Shim Angel 53 is here. Nanael. God who brings down the proud. So like I said, whoever this pencil SpongeBob was that was trying to draw themselves, they all lopsided trying to be you and trying to erase you in the process as well, they getting brought down, and they really thought they had done something. They might have actually had made off with a few things of yours, or pulled a couple of fast ones and really thought they had nailed it. Not correct. They're being brought down. And it's I'm literally seeing someone get like yanked by their collar extremely hard. And it's while they're like mid smug strut, like, look at me walking around in your Balenciagas, or whatever your thing is. Look at me strutting around in your life. Ha ha ha. And you can't say nothing. Shut up. You know what I'm saying? And it's like mid smug stride, they just get snatched by their collar, and the fear, and I'm like, like what? That prideful energy is gonna get snatched right up out of them, yo. I love it. They're being snatched down. 53 is significant. 35 also significant. Reduces down to 8. That's the strength card again, y'all. They being snatched down hard as hell. This is you though. You got the wisdom of the owl on your hands. They may be a totem animal for somebody. And there's that energy of flight. The movement. Next several weeks, y'all. The next 4+ weeks. Notice it does not say months. Calabasas is significant. Yeah. Vegas energy on this thing. It is giving jackpot energy. Not gonna lie. For some of you, the feeling of it, it's giving jackpot energy. Even if it's that settlement, it still feels like just a win. Like, yeah, like a fist pump moment. Your dream life awaits you, honey. And that is the real deal for whoever this is actually for. Get somewhere and sit out. Yeah, you transmuted the heck out of that BS. Whoever the ops or the doppelgangers or whatever that they tried to, the opposing forces beyond the veil tried to send to you, they watching a real master strut. They thought they had snatched your shoes and was going to strut, get snatched off the runway. And now here's the big spotlight for real on the actual star. And we're going to watch what a real strut look like. Yeah. Kundalini energy is on the table. Maybe there's some healing that'll in that area that would benefit you. But this is also talking about the rising of that energy. Yeah, this is it. This is it. See that? Of course they're mentally ill. If you saw Pencil SpongeBob, didn't he throw it off? Wasn't he acting very stupid? I'm sorry. He was acting disgruntled, and it just he was kooky. Doppelgangers are kooks. People who feel like they deserve any portion or of what is only for you. They literally not only want it, they want to become you. That is absolutely a mental illness. Absolutely. The month of April is significant for somebody. Inheritance. Ta-da. Boom. Strong, reliable money, yo. Ship Angel 29 is here. Rael, God, quick to help. Somebody's stuff coming in quickly. And it is coming in by way of the justice system because 2 and 9 reduced down to 11, which is the justice card. You are owed this. Okay? Either through the earthly courts or the spiritual courts, it has been decided, and they about to put some wind water energy on your good sunny ass coin. Okay, honey? 29 is significant for somebody. February 9th, September 2nd. I'll go back and do the other one. Ship Angel was at 54 or somebody? 53, yeah. May 3rd, March 5th, in addition to that. Bottom of the, wow, son. Redemption. Oh, my gosh. It's up. Everything's good. Everything's good, friend. You're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. Ship Angel 20. Pahalia. Redemptor God. The energy of redemption is on. Like, this is... this is good. I like this for you. A super very much a lot. You obviously deserve it. Because it's coming through too sweet, good, beautiful, and sunny for you to have not earned this. Okay? Definitely owed this. 20 is significant. That is the judgment card. What did I say? It has been decided. It has been decided in the cosmic courts with that justice energy. It's been decided. The judgment is in. You're getting cashed out. Boom. Okay. 20 also reduces down to the number 2, which is the high priestess. Again, it has everything to do with your wind, water, intelligence, your ability to communicate and tap in, your life mission, all those provisions. You tapping in, you done unlocked it. Boom. It's what it is. All right. I hope that's been helpful to you, honey. I know you probably, because you're such a diligent person as it pertains to tasks, you probably kind of been wondering where the sign or who's going to come in, where it's at, what's up, what's the next thing. I know I did everything I was supposed to do. Where's my stuff? You know what I'm saying? So hopefully this is your notice, your confirmation, honey. Don't forget to like, share, comment if you like, and subscribe if you have yet to do so already. Yeah, anything else you want to see, you can check out in the description box. And until next time, peace.